Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are rebuilding the Dallas Mavericks in NBA 2K26. So the Dallas Mavericks are obviously one of the more easier teams to rebuild. They're one of the best teams in NBA 2K26. For whatever reason, 2K absolutely love this team, and they almost win like every single year. They're kind of unstoppable in the game, so I expect this to be a pretty, easy rebuild in my opinion. Obviously, we have Anthony Davis from the Luka Doncic trade. That is still a controversial trade in my opinion. I definitely think the Mavericks shouldn't have done that, but they did it now. The Kyrie Irving's still here, obviously. We have Cooper Flag, the number one overall pick in the NBA draft. I expect him to be good, obviously. Dale Gafford, Derek Lively, Klay Thompson, Peter Washington, D'Angelo Russell. But Kyrie Irving is hurt, so I'll have to put that injury in. He's hurt for I'd say maybe a couple months. He might return for the playoffs, even though he said he might not be back for the playoffs. I'm probably going to still have him return for the playoffs. I think that's how it might go, but who knows? I'm going to have him injured for maybe a couple months or two. I don't know. I think 4 to 6 months is honestly pretty fair. I don't know if the injury was Achilles or ACL. I think it was ACL. I'm just going to put it as that. They signed D'Angelo Russell in the offseason, obviously, to play in Kyrie Irving's absence. We'll see how well that goes. And then, this team's obviously, it's still a good team. So I expect this team obviously to be good. But D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, starting five. I've also heard that AD might not be ready to play right away, but because of that eye injury he had. Daniel Gafford, Peter Washington, Najee Marshall, Max Christie, and then we'll probably run a 10-minute rotation and get whoever we want on the rotation. It is going to be Dante. He will be getting these last minutes off the bench. That does leave out Caleb Barton, Brandon Williams, Jaden Hardy, which does. So once Kyrie will be back, he will take over the starting role of Russell. Then Russell will, for now, be a starting point guard. But I'll see you guys at the end of the season. At the end of the season, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins the MVP, Rookie of the Year going to Cooper Flag. So obviously had a pretty solid rookie season for obviously having two superstars around him. He'll eventually be the number one option, but for now he's kind of in a role. We had all 6th man of the year going to Malik Monk. We had defensive player going to Wayne, most improved going to Nemanja Kita. Clutch player going to Jalen Brunson. Coach, you're going to Mike Brown. Zachary Staples, your executive. Here's the All-NBA first team. I wonder in the future if we can get Luka Doncic to come back to this team. I feel like Dallas fans will want that. And at this point, with all they've been through, I might actually try and do that. He'll be a free agent in 2029. I wonder if we could try on. That'll be really fun to see. But Anthony Davis did make all defensive second team. Cooper Flag did make all rookie first team. But we finished off as the number one seed in the West, which is pretty obvious in my opinion. We might have won a championship being number one. 63-19 on this season. Not the best record in the league. That goes to the Knicks, though. Player stats had about 22 from Kyrie Irving. He came back the final 23 games. 20 from Anthony Davis, 16 from D'Angelo Russell, 15 from Klay Thompson, 14.5 from Flag, 12 from Washington, 10 from Marshall, 9 from Gafford, 8 from Lively, 6 from Dante Exum, and 5 from Max Christie. So, I look at the proficiency with Kyrie Irving match, running a perimeter-centric system, but first system is balanced. But I guess perimeter-centric will be our best. So, and then what I'm going to look at our team stats to see how good we are on offense and defensive rating. So, offensive rating, we were number 1. Okay, defensive rating, we were number 2. So, obviously, one of the best offensive and defensive teams are great. So, we got the Los Angeles Lakers in round 1. This will be an interesting matchup. Obviously, Luka playing his former team in the first round. Anthony Davis playing his former team in the first round. And it's the controversy that goes to the trade in the first place. So, in round 1 against the Lakers, we are going to beat them at 5 to play the Los Angeles Clippers in round 2. So, back-to-back LA teams we're playing. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen with Kawhi Leonard, but as of right now, he's still on the Clippers. No suspension or fine has happened to the Clippers. No contract voided. Not yet, as I should say. I heard a report where that might not happen until All-Star break, which I don't really know how true that is, but maybe it is. We're going to take game 1. They're going to even it up. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1, and we're going to beat them in 6. Yes, we are, to play Minnesota. So we got Minnesota in the conference finals to go to the final. So Conley, Ant, McDaniels, Randall, Nasri, Gobert. They signed Russell Westbrook. Do you guys think Westbrook goes to the Timberwolves? I mean, maybe. They probably might need some veteran leadership. I mean, they already have that with Mike Conley. But game 1, they're going to take, okay, game 2, even it up. Game 3, we're up 2-1. We're up 3-1, and we're going to beat them at 5 to play the New York Knicks in the final. So this will be hard. The Knicks usually, win the championship year 1. They sign Al Horford. So obviously, some guys, there's some really good free agents. They're still, a free agent. So, Al Horford signed with the Knicks, and Russell Westbrook signed with the Timberwolves. So Game 1, we're gonna take Game 2. They ended up Game 3. They're up 2-1. We even up 2-2. Okay, so do we shrink our rotation now? I completely forgot about that. So we're gonna run 9 rotation. I'm gonna shrink this bench utilization down to like a 25. I didn't realize we were playing that much of our bench here in the playoffs. So do we even go 8-man rotation? I mean, D'Lo's the last guy off the bench. So all right, I'm gonna simcast this one. Obviously, winning a championship, your number one would be cool. But either way, we're gonna get a championship. There's no way we don't. So are we gonna go up 3-2? No, we're gonna lose this game to the Knicks. So we're down 3-2 now. And we need to win this game in Dallas to force the game 7. Start off quite slow, but are we going to pick it back up? We are going to go home. So the Knicks are going to beat us, but obviously this probably won't be the case next year in a couple of years. So LeBron James is going to retire. Might have changed the draft lottery, though, as we won't have a lottery pick in the draft, obviously, but is there any picks I need to fix? So as of how I see it, there's one pick out to fix. That is the Bucks pick 10. Other than that, we got everything fixed, I believe so. So I'm going to fix that pick, and I'll show you guys with the next step of rebuilding the Dallas Mavericks. I didn't even realize, but Klay Thompson just retired on me. It wasn't like at the beginning. You got to scroll all the way down here to see that Klay Thompson retired. So I don't know why Klay Thompson isn't at the beginning. Obviously, a huge part of NBA history and stuff. So, but yeah, I didn't realize he retired. If I would have known, I would have overrided it. But he's gonna call it quit, man. So I mean, I feel like he could have started on the year. He actually might have regressed like crazy. So maybe it's a good thing. At least we get off of his contract. But I would have traded him in the offseason, so I didn't even realize he was on the team. But all right, we'll go straight on draft night. On the draft, we do have the 29th pick in the draft. So that's our own pick. So do we want to make any moves before the draft? Also, 2K didn't have PJ Washington's contract in there, so I'd mainly put it in myself, $22.5 million for 4 years. But if there's any move we make on draft night, I'd do it. But I don't really think there is, honestly. Yeah, I'm just gonna head on draft now at pick 29. So at pick 29, we got Tori. I don't know how to say that last name. I don't know if I'm saying his first name right, but ceiling Tony Allen. So he's a pretty good defender. So we got Mario Saint. We got Kaden Boozer, Kieran Boozer's brother. He's all-star ceiling. So we might need a future point guard. So we could take Tahad, or I don't know how to say it. I think that's Todd Pettifer from Auburn. This is butchered his name, obviously. But I'm going to take Kaden Boozer, one all-star potential. So welcome to the team, Kaden Boozer. Lively, D'Angelo Russell will opt into that player option, so he'll be back. So I would love to bring back Ryan Nembhard, another two-way contract if it lets me, but usually doesn't let you. But we have Brandon Williams, the White Powell, and free agents. I don't think we'll worry about any of them, honestly. So got Kyrie Irving, D'Lo, we got Gene Hardy, and Kaden Boozer. We got Max Christie, we got Cooper Flag, Washington Marshall, we got Anthony Davis and Caleb Martin. So I think to even out the rotation better, I'm going to move Washington to power forward, so we can obviously have a backup power forward, because I don't think Martin will play. And then we'll have Marshall be the backup small forward, and then all we need is maybe a backup 2, and then I honestly think we're good, or a starting caliber 2, something I'd love to add. So I guess we could make a move in theory. I feel like Malik Beasley will be perfect at a starting shooting guard, though, so I'm going to offer him a contract, and then he's going to come here. So we can get Malik Beasley on the team. I'm going to announce everybody else probably. So Malik Beasley could be a really good option as a starting 2. Max Christie can start there as well. But like I said, I don't want to do anything crazy that'll obviously take our championship out of it. Obviously, we're going to probably win eventually with this core. But obviously, okay, so Anthony Davis is down 3 overall. So he's regressed like crazy. So like I said, I also in this video want to move on from Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis. Obviously, they're getting older. Kyrie hasn't regressed overall wise, so that's great. But I think next season is going to be this is going to be the last year we have of Kyrie and Anthony Davis, man. There's really no point at holding on to them. Obviously, we want to have future cap flexibility. So I honestly think it just makes sense for us to move on next season. So Flag is up to an 88 overall, 83 Derek Lively. Washington is down. Andrew Russell's down. Naughty Marshall's also down. So and Malik Beasley's down. Damn. Okay, so we could make a move with the trade lines. Everybody's regretting. We could make a move with some of the contracts that we have for a 3-and-D shooting guard to replace Klay Thompson, a younger option, or we can just let it ride. Like I said, whatever happens, we'll probably end in a championship. If it doesn't, that's really weird. Obviously, Mavericks literally win almost every season when I'm playing against them. But I'll go ahead and move his preferred system to perimeter centric, and then I'll show you guys the rotation. But yeah, I don't really see a world where we lose, honestly, in this video. If we lose, I'm deleting my channel. But all right. Your rotation heading into the season is Kyrie Irving, Max Christie, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, Washington, D'Lo, Marshall, and then we'll probably go to him in rotation and get like Malik Beasley in the rotation. So he gets those last minutes off the bench. I'm not even gonna mess with his shots in the seeds. I'm gonna simulate straight to the end of the season. Victor Wembanyama wins the MVP. Rookie they're going to Cameron Boozer. Six man going to Anthony Simons. Offensive player going to Wemby. Holy Fruit going to Cooper Flax. Yeah, it was expected, obviously. So he took the next step. 22 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, almost a block. Was a lot more efficient from the field and 3-point range. We'll absolutely take that. And then we also went 72-10. That's just that's the Mavericks for you, man. But All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, All-NBA. There are no Mavericks representatives making no All-NBA team. It's kind of criminal, but hey, man, they must be washed. Do we at least have Anthony Davis making a defensive team? No. Okay, that is definitely weird, but we ended up being the number 1 seed. Obviously, like I said, 72-10 on the season. Player stats, we had about 24 from Kyrie Irving, 22 from Fly, only 18 points from Anthony Davis. Still was pretty good defensively, though. We had 11 from D'Angelo Russell. We had 10 and 10 from Lively, 8 from Max Christie, 8 from Washington, 7 from Gafford, 5 from Marshall, and then 5 from Malik Beasley. So, all right, we'll go and look at the team stats. We're straight into the playoffs. So, offensive rating, Lakers were 1. Offensive rating, we were number 3, okay? Defensive rating, we were number 1, though. So, yeah, I feel like that's really good on our side. But they want to start Malik Beasley in the playoffs, which I guess is fine. We'll go ahead and go. We might even just go 8-man rotation at this point. So, we got Los Angeles in round 1 to the Clippers. In round 1, we are going to beat them in 6 to play the Phoenix Suns in round 2. So, the Suns tend to do pretty solid in 2K. They have Simons off the bench, so we'll see if we're able to beat this team. They're going to take game 1. Hold on. Okay, we're going to even it up. They're up 2-1. There's no way. Okay, we even up 2-2. We're up 3-2, and they actually gave me a scare for a second. So we beat both teams in 6 to play Minnesota. So Minnesota obviously is another great team in the West. We did beat them last year. They relatively look the same. They no longer have Russell Westbrook, but they have Ayo Dosunmu and Caleb Houston off the bench. So this will be tough, but I don't know. We'll see. Game 1, we'll go to them. Game 2. Go to game 3. Man, this hasn't been a cake through like how it usually is, 2K. Usually his Mavericks team literally beats me every year. But, oh, okay. No, I'm not going to give that at this point, bro. I think we move on from Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis. I feel like, I'm not saying they're holding us back, but at this point, we might have to move on at this point. I really did want a championship this year, but we get swept by the Timberwolves. Dude, I swear, by this point, the Mavericks will be two-peating, winning every single championship, sweeping every single team, when I rebuild them and keep the team the same, like how it's supposed to be, like how they always do. We get swept by the Timberwolves. Yes, I'm mad. I don't care, because this literally doesn't make any sense. Do we just move on from Jason Kidd? Like, if he's really the reason why we keep losing, I might move on from him, bro, because I don't understand. Honestly, at this point, I'm gonna go hire Joe Mazzulla. I don't care. We're gonna do something that is not right, man. So, Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis both have player options, though. So, I think, like I said, if there's maybe a younger star we can go after, like I would love to get Luka in 2029. Trust me, if it's even possible. So, I guess it'll be 2028 actually, because he has a player option. I forgot about that, but. Yeah, I mean, I would love to save money to get Luka next season. Obviously, I think that's the way to go because I mean, how would Mavericks fans feel if they got Luka Doncic back in the team when he's a free? So Kyrie and AD will both decline. We're gonna accept Flag. Max Christie will decline. Hardy will accept, and then Caleb Martin will accept this player option. So a lot there, but free agency. We don't have money for like Giannis or anybody. I think we re-signed Derek Lively though, so I'm gonna bring him back. I'm probably gonna let the rest of the guys go. We might bring back Marshall or Christie for like $9 million, but like I said, I think it just makes sense. Actually, Anthony Davis opted into his player option, but would it make more sense for us to sign and trade Kyrie Irving? I might offer him to get a sign and trade for him. I mean, like I said, team slot, cap space. I'm gonna offer him what he wants. I'm gonna see if he would accept the sign and trade for us. Oh no, he goes to the Heat anyway, so I guess that makes more sense. I would love this sign and trade, but. Instead of AD regressing every year, I think it's time to trade it for somebody younger. I definitely thought we can get some. Cooper Flag will probably just average 30 points for us. Obviously, we're in the Cooper Flag era now, so I think it's time to trade Anthony Davis. This isn't working. Gonna see if I could do this trade with the Golden State Warriors. We get Anthony Davis, we get Kuminga, Moody, and a first-round pick, honestly. So, what do they say to this? They do decline. I could throw Caleb Martin in there. That gets it done. They still say no. Although like a couple seconds, not first round, they'll go like a couple seconds. See what they say. Still say no. This is Thunder pick, so I have anybody know. We could trade this, I guess. I don't want to. All right, fine. They don't want to say it, so we don't have to get Kuminga. I guess we could get like who will Lamont fill in or this Cameron guy. No, sure. Instead of Kaminga, we can get Cameron, so we don't have to pay him that much money. So yeah, sure. That's what. Actually, they have to give us Kaminga. So I mean, if we take Lamont, I mean, no, okay, we're gonna have to take on Kaminga. Never mind. So actually no. If we take out Caleb Martin and then throw in Cameron, we might be able to get it done. Okay, there we go. Just give me a first round pick. We can call it a day, man. They still like what they have though. Though a couple seconds in there, I guess we might have to take out the first round pick. We don't need the first round pick in theory. So just give me Moody and Cameron for Anthony Davis. Okay, I'm making this trade go through. This is dumb. Obviously you should say yes to this. Like what? Like I said, I made them say yes to the trade. That was the dumbest thing I've seen. Like, how do you even, it's literally not even much to give up at all. If you want to, obviously, one of Stephen Curry. So we got that going for us now. I'm obviously entering the Cooper flag. And we do need to pair him with the future star, but that future star is going to be Luka Doncic, hopefully. That is the goal that I want to have happen. I guess Hardy is going to have to start at point guard, and then we'll have Kaden Boozer lead me. So I guess we re-sign Max Christie. His whole play progression is really good. So Max Christie, we can't afford like somebody else in free agency. If you want to bring like Butler for a year, Zach LaVine, which I don't even know how to do. It's not Scoot Henderson, but I think he'll be matched. We'll just bring in Max Christie back, and then I think we'll call it off. We have our point guard rotation, shooting guard rotation, small forward rotation, power forward rotation, and center rotation. We'll probably start Cameron, but I like it. Who knows if he'll be a good team or not? I think we will with the Mavericks. All right, we're the number one seed at the end of this season. We got the Nuggets in round one. So, yeah, we finished off 61-21 this season. Hopefully this year we can get it done. We had 30 from Cooper Fly. We had 18 from Jane Hardy, 15 from Cameron, 11 from Peter Washington. So, yeah, Cooper Fly, obviously, is the number one option here and stuff like that. So, yeah, 11 from Washington, 10.5 from Moody, 10 from Lively, 10 from Boozer. So he was really good for us off the bench. 9 from Christie, 7.5 from Gafford, then 5 from Malik Beasley. So, if we don't win here, I do it. If we don't win a championship with the Mavericks, dude, I'm not actually rage quit. But if you know, you know. The Mavericks are one of the greatest team 2K has ever assembled. But okay, we got Denver in round one. Jamal, Whitmore, Stokes, Gordon, and Jokic. Okay, I'm gonna lie, it's a pretty good starting five. I like Stokes and I like Whitmore. We'll see what happens. Against Denver, we are going to beat them in 4. Okay, sweep. Now we got Oklahoma City. So Shea, obviously, you know, Lou Dort, Jill Williams. This team obviously has a lot more firepower than us. I'll give them that. Obviously, they have Shea, they have J-Dub, and Chet. Obviously, a lot of firepower. They have Sorber, still have Lou Dort, they have Wilson, Topich, Elijah Green, Isaiah Evans. Okay, this is a pretty good team. Will they be able to beat us? Well, we're about to see right now. Game 1, I'm going to take. Game 2, they ended up. Game 3, we're down 2-1. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. This is absolutely insane. In every single other Mavericks simulation we do, they win every championship. Let's go to the next season, man. All right, I was so mad I forgot to press the record button. We can offer a max player $48 million right now at the team that we have. Now it hopefully be enough for once we sign Luka, we can obviously fill out the rest relatively easy, in my opinion, after we do that. So like I said, for Mavericks fans, we are gonna accomplish getting Luka Doncic. I think that would have a trading PJ Washington, but I think it'll be for good cause. I mean, Washington isn't great into it. He's good, but he's not great. If we can trade Washington for it, I mean, how much really? I mean, like I said, we can pay how much? So $40 million. I think it was more than that, honestly. It's not showing, but we could pay, yeah, $48 million right now. So and Luka is demanding around like $60 million. So okay, so yeah, like I said, dump it off Washington, or we can like trade Gafford. I like Gafford as a backup. So Washington's $22 million is definitely expendable in my opinion. So what could we trade? Or what could we get in return? So we get $8 million Jalen Wells. Yeah, seems like a pretty good trade. Wiggins, Markkinen, obviously, we want to take on more money. Obviously, we need to trade and have us lose some money. And honestly, they had Taylor Hendricks too. I mean, maybe he could become something for us. But I think I'm going to do a trade where we get Jalen Wells. He'd be a good 3-and-D wing for us off the bench, just in case we do lose Moses Moody. So why not do the trade? Jalen Wells, welcome to the team. Do you have the money for Luka now? So I'm going to offer him the bag, player option, no trade clause. We'll see what he says. There we go. Finally, Luka's finally going to choose us. So we gave Luka Doncic. He actually fell out of free agency. He was going to join the Clippers, but he did choose us, which is great. So we'll take that. Now, would Luka Doncic be interested in earning with Dallas? I don't know. I mean, like I said, I never really did this before, honestly. I had in my Mavericks Dreams, they traded Anthony Davis. So it's fun to think about. So we got Luka, Boozer, Ash Christie, Gabe Neesmith. So obviously we need to fill out the rest of the bench, which I'll do. We can still sign like Jane Hardy off the bench. I low-key think I might do. He'd be a great six-man for us. And if I could still bring in Moses Moody too, I'd absolutely do it. I'm gonna offer them both. And hopefully, Hardy has other offers now, but good thing we're his top option, and he would choose us. Moody has one offer, and he's gonna choose us. We get those two guys back, which is great. Play progression also looks great. Cooper Flag's up to a 97. Cameron is up to an 85. Dean Hardy is up to an 83. Kieran Booth's up to an 82. Matt Swade is up to an 81. But since we didn't win a championship the first couple of years, we had to improvise and go after Luka Doncic. Now I think about it, after what the Mavericks did to him, I low-key don't think Luke would ever return to Dallas. But like I said, anything can happen at this point. I was gonna say we saw Luka got traded, but I guess I can't really use that as an excuse or example now because Willie returned him. So who knows? Maybe it's the Mavericks' big plan of trade him to the Lakers for him to sign back in 2029. Who knows? Maybe that's their plan. But Luka, Christie, Flav. See, Luka and Flag should be a great duo. We have Christie, Cameron, Lively, Jane Hardy off the bench, Boozer, Gafford, Jalen Walls. I don't see one reason why this team shouldn't win a championship, honestly. And any other 2K, this team is a contender. We also need to fix this rotation. So I'm probably going to move Jane Hardy to the 2. He stayed the same, so probably just do that so we can have a backup shooting guard in the rotation. I'd much rather have Hardy come off the bench, so I feel like that'd make a little bit more sense, right? So, yeah, we're going to have Christie start, and then we'll have Hardy be the 6th man. And then, yeah, for more defense, starting 5. I feel like we don't need more scoring. So we'll go ahead. Also, I saw making Christie was shooting 50% from 3, so elite 3-pointer. That's on a lot of attempts too. So honestly, I'll take it. I'll see y'all at the end of the season. Hopefully, this is the year we could get it done with Luka Doncic on our team now. Are the 1 seed once again, and man, oh man, it'll be disappointing if we fail once again. I'm gonna go another season, but if we fail at the Mavericks, that's the ultimate fail. Like, you can never come back from that, man. I'm gonna lie. I deserve a punishment if I don't win a championship with Dallas. But we're in round 1 once again. I mean, we're the number 1 seed, I should say. We won 65-17, best record in the league. So, like I said, now that we have Luka, I don't see a team against. We got about 33 from Fly, 25 points from Luka with 6 rebounds and 10 assists, 18 from Cameron. Obviously, he was a steal to get in the Anthony Davis trade. 15 from Hardy, 10 from Boozer, 9 from Lively, 6 from Max Christie, 5 from Moody, and then 4 and 5 from Gafford, 3 from Jim Holmes. Okay. This is it, man. These are the final 2 seasons. I did already shrink. No, I'm going to go 8-man rotation this year. All right. Got New Orleans in round 1. They have Fears, which he's starting 24, McCain, Murphy, Mika. I don't think we should lose to this team. We are going to beat them at 6. Now we got Minnesota, bro. Please don't let's lose to the Timberwolves, man. I know they have, and we just have the way better roster. You think so, right? We're going to take game 1. We're going to take game 2. We're going to take game 3. And we're going to beat them at 5 to play the San Antonio Spurs. The Suns were actually the 2. See how the Suns look like? They have Anthony Davis, but looks like KD's a little bit more washed. So if we would have gave him the contract that he was looking for, obviously we wouldn't be able to afford. I mean, yeah, he wasn't asked for that much money, but it would have been overpaid, and knowing he's going to keep regressing. So, and they have MPJ. I don't really know what team are other playing. Look at San Antonio. So Fox, Harper, Vassell, Sohan, Wimby, Castle, Bryant. I mean, okay, both teams are low-key, good. So we'll see what's going to happen. They want to go back to starting Max Christie. So game 1, they're going to take game 2, game 3. Can we even this up, dude? Please. I just want to get 1 championship with this team. We can end it off on this. I'd absolutely love that. Obviously, getting Luka back on this team. Will Luka return to the Mavericks? Probably not, but we had to improvise. We had to, enter emergency mode once we didn't win the first couple of years. And so far, that's how it's looking like it's going to be. We're down 3-1 now. Come the freak on, bro. I'm gonna lie, this whole video I was trying not to get mad, but at this point, watch literally my last video, and you'll see the Mavericks win like 4 times. And now the Spurs is going to fucking own us. Okay, so 124 to 123. It's not over yet. We forced the game 7 back in San Antonio. Hopefully we can do it, but so far we have the lead. Just hold on to it. Hold on, that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go to a game 7, 150, 161 to 118. We got 58 from Fly and 46 from Luka. So yeah, it's low-key insane. But none of this matters if we can't bring it home in Dallas. So game 7 in Dallas for San Antonio. It would suck to just, come back off from 3-1 just to lose, especially in the position we're in right now. And we are going to win. Thank goodness. 139 to 126, 35 from Vlad, 26 from Luka, 25 from Hardy, and 23 from Cameron. Okay. We're in the finals to play the Boston Celtics. So Keon Ellis, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Cameron Boozer, Malik Monk, Ethan Crowley, Jalen Hood Shafino, and Hugo Gonzalez. So St. Howell's regressed to a 69 overall at this point, but yeah, this will be our chance to do it. It will be right now. So they're gonna take game one. They're gonna take game two. We're gonna take game three. They're gonna take game four, and I feel like this is the same script. This might be the same script last year. I'm gonna lie with you, but I still don't think we should be down 3-1 in this team. Like I said, I don't understand what 2K is coming from. We're a way better team than these teams, honestly. But you know, maybe we do lose. Who knows? But it seems like it's the exact same script as last game that 2K asked for us for whatever reason. And I low-key think it is. We're gonna win this one too, 139 or 112. This is really the same thing that happened last year. We're down 3-1, got scared. Now we're forced to game 7 back in Dallas, and we're probably going to win this game, hopefully. Hopefully I didn't get too cocky, but dude, we actually might lose. Dude, okay, let's get back into the game, actually. There's actually no way. There's actually no way we're about to lose right now. Wow. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to freaking say, dude. We might actually fail to rebuild the Dallas Mavericks. This is the funniest thing I've seen all day from 2K, man. This is the funniest thing, bro. I'm gonna lie, I'll go one more year, but if season Cooper Flag wins the MVP, so that must mean something, right? We went 74-8, but I'm looking, I haven't moved because I know whatever happens, we have to win in the regular season at this point. So yeah, 74-8. Player stats, we had about 31 from Flag. Luka didn't even do much this season. We added Cameron Whitmore off the bench for us, or from to be our sixth man, and I can say he definitely played good as our sixth man, average 18.8 points per game. We traded away Moody and the other guy we had, Jalen Wells, and we got Kim Williams. I just didn't win sixth man of the year, but whatever. 18.5 from Cameron. Like I said, the team is good. At this point, it doesn't matter when are we gonna freaking win the championship. So we got Minnesota in round one. That's how they're looking like. In round one, we are going to beat them at 5 to play Houston. In round two, they have Reed Shepard, Ahmed Thompson, Bryson Sabah, Jabari, Shangoon, Christian Collins, Tari Eason, Ryan Hampton, and Robert Wright. All right. I mean, we're going to beat the Houston Rockets. We're going to beat them at 6 to play Oklahoma City. So Boston's on the other side. I really still think we should have lost that Celtics team last year. It looks like they got better this year, but we got Oklahoma City now. Obviously, it's Shea, Arena, J-Dub, Chet, Sorber, Wilson, Jordan Smith. So let's see if we can get it done. Game one, we're going to take. Game two, we're even it up. Game three, game four, 2-2. We're up 3-2. We're going to beat them at 6 to play the Boston Celtics. So the Celtics have Jason Crow, Jalen Hood Shafino, so it's a rematch of last year. They added Kamal Malawach. Obviously, they didn't have him last year. Why they still let him go, I have no freaking clue. They also got Porzingis back. So yeah, they definitely got better. Keon Ellis, Malik Monk. I mean, I still think we go win. I really still think we're the better team, honestly. If you go like team to team, we turn out a lot better. I'm gonna tell you that. But we're gonna take game one. We're gonna take game two. We're gonna take game three. We're up 3-1, and can we not force the game 7? Thank goodness. Why couldn't we just do this last year, man? This would have made it a lot easier. But win the championship finally. I guess it do be like that sometimes, but we had to make a lot of stops as Mavericks team, which I low-key didn't want to do because I thought this rebuild would be easy, but it ended up being a lot harder than I imagined. So, yeah, that's something. So, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.